It is a miraculous Monday. That's because I feel so much better from this weekend. I had an emergency blood transfusion late on Thursday night, and it put me out completely on Friday and Saturday. It was because my hemoglobin count was at a critical low of like 6.5. Normal is 12 to 15. And it's because I had lost so much blood with my recent startup of a colitis flare. And I didn't realize I had lost that much blood. I knew I was a little bit more tired than normal, but I didn't realize it was because of my hemoglobin. And the blood work I did a few hours later, my doctor called and she said, you need to go to the hospital. And so I quickly checked myself in, and then I even was able to drive myself home. They said that a person normally feels better afterwards, but that was not my case. And that was because it was a little too much for my body to handle. I had 2 bags of blood put in me, and then afterwards put back on my meds, and all of that was just very overwhelming with the stress and also not sleeping and just the anxiety. So I wanted to share with you a few things that really helped me get through it, because my experience at the hospital was actually quite fantastic. Only after I changed the grids and the energy of it. So when I first checked in, the nurse that did my IV wasn't very good. Punctured my vein, exploded, and it was quite painful, and it just increased my anxiety. And so I quickly changed the situation using my secret swords technique. And you can use the secret swords for your advantage to change your energy, to change another person's energy, to change the situation, to send energy to someone. It's quite magical. There's 2 versions, but I'm going to show you the short version because it's so much easier. So you can use your 2 fingers, and it doesn't matter which hand, okay? So with my situation, I said that please help. I don't like the way the situation's going. Please help this nurse find the best vein quickly and efficiently and painlessly for me. So then I hold that intention and I state that in my mind. You can state it out loud too. And then I cross my fingers, okay? And then to change the energy around, you cross it the other way, and then you wind up the energy 3 to 9 times. And then you let it go. So I use this a lot with Isabella. She gets a lot of boo-boos, and she says she has a pain here and whatnot. So I have my swords out, and I'll have her do her swords too. And I was like, please remove this pain from Isabella now. And please be sure to use the word now, otherwise the universe doesn't know when you need it. And then you crisscross 3 to 9 times. And it's better if you can go slow. Let it go. Now, this is how I send energy to other people as well. Whenever you check out at the So You counter, I have you writing your intention on my Zen garden here, what it is that you want more of. And then after you leave, I send a blessing to you. Like, please send Casey more love, or the love that she is seeking, or the love that she desires. And I cross it over, and I spin it 3 to 9 times, and then I let it go. Isn't that fun? Yeah. So if you're at a restaurant and you don't like the way things are going, you can say that too. I don't like the way things are going. Please change the energy to have more flow for all of us. Because maybe the waiter is having a bad day. Okay. When I'm in traffic, I use it as well. Please remove any obstacles for me so that I can get to my place safely and on time. Okay. Now, I had 2 bags of blood, and that means 2 different people's blood. I needed to harmonize with myself. So I did that with the blood, where I looked at the blood and I said, please remove the resistance of this blood for my body and all adverse reactions. and then I installed energy. Please install the energies that will harmonize with this blood for my body. Cool, huh? So I had to do that with both bags of blood. Now, you can do this with medicine as well. So let's just say pretend that this essential oils is medicine, okay? And I was like, please remove the resistance of this medicine for me in all adverse reactions. Now, you want to install energies. Please harmonize this medicine with my body. And if it's like my blood pressure medicine, please help my blood flow with it. The more you know about your situation, the better you can direct the energy. Please install energy so that this is 100% of its pure potential to help cool down my inflammation, heal my inflammation. Okay, so use your secret swords, especially right now. Get out all of your supplements and such and do that to it. And I promise you it will work more efficiently. I did that yesterday where I evaluated if the medicine is compatible for me at this time, if it's the best medicine for me at this time for the results that I desire. And so instead of doing my secret swords though, I use my pendulum. You can do that with the pendulum as well. It's just not a yes or no. You can install energies with the pendulum. So first of all, you ask like, is there resistance in this medicine for me? And whatever it is, your yes or your no, and it'll tell you. So for me, okay, yes, okay. Please remove the adverse reactions and resistance of this medicine from me now. So then it'll go into its installing mode. So that's removing it. Okay, and then you just let it spin for as long as it needs to. Okay, sometimes it could be over a minute. It could be a long time depending on what the medicine is. And then when it does a different reaction, it's done. Now please install energies in this medicine so that it is compatible with my body for the most effective healing. And it should spin the other way. And you let it spin. If you have a lot of medicine, you might spend quite a bit of time doing it. There you go. All right. So I want to tell you about my experience at the hospital because it was actually quite fun. After I changed the situation with my swords, he found a vein that was so nice that was right here on my hand. Although being on my hand, I couldn't use my phone, which is probably the best because then I couldn't use my phone and it allowed me to rest, right? Instead of scrolling and then becoming more anxious. So they moved me into the ER room pretty quickly, and it was a lucky number 8. It's one of my favorite numbers because, you know, 8 is the infinity number. And I was there for about 2 hours, and then they moved me into a nicer room that had its own bathroom. Yay! Which then it was also a more private area, and it wasn't as noisy because the ER that day was quite busy. It was the night of the super new moon, and it was kind of crazy there that day, super busy. But I got in pretty quickly, and then I got moved into another room. All my nurses were wonderful. One of the nurses even rapped to me because I asked him what he did for creativity, and I asked him if he would rap, and he just busted out with the song, and we just had really great, enlightening conversation. And my other nurses were wonderful as well. And then when I left the next morning, because it takes about 4 hours per bag to drip into you. So yeah, I was over there overnight. I was able to go home, and I left with a blood count of 11, and 11 is a master number, and it's an angel number. It's one of my favorite numbers, so I know that means angels were with me the whole time and that everything is going to be okay.